I'd moved to Galway a long time ago, about 13 years ago, and was really quite taken by the whole music scene, and I wanted to write something about a band and the dynamics within a band, and also weave that into a love story, and really kind of the importance of music in life. You know, can it actually win over the heart, if you like?
A lot of the story is about being real, being true to yourself. You know, Sean's character kind of personifies the theme of real music, real love. JJ is false love, false music, commerciality, and Sean is the real deal. So I would hope that some people would take that from it. I think a lot of other people would just have a good laugh at it, you know, because I think a lot of the relationship that Sean has with his band and his friends is just silly, childish romance. So yeah, I think some people will just enjoy that for what it is.
I've known Conrad since I was a teenager. We used to sail together on the west coast of Scotland. We met through a friend of ours called Pete, who the film is dedicated to. And then Conrad and I would meet up every so often at different sailing events. And as years went by, Conrad had obviously had a great career in TV directing. And I sent Conrad a script. And he phoned me up and he said, you know, let's meet up. I think this might have some legs.
Yeah, this is my first feature. I mean, obviously, there's always nerves at the start of a project like this. You know, it's a big project, it's a big cast, there's a lot to achieve in a very short time. But it's more excitement than it is anything else. We can do the stunt after that.
We could do the stunt after that. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Yeah. Okay.
One of the things that keeps coming up, I don't want that writer anywhere on set.
Yeah.
I don't want to see her anywhere around here because she, well, you know what they're like.
Well, okay. Sorry, okay, I need to get the guards out, please. Guards out. We need to remove the writer from the set.
Yeah.
The writer from the set needs to be removed immediately.
Who the hell is that? So, we're going to slip you into the van. You guys have already come to this position. We're going to see the van drive off and then imagine the van. Who the fuck is that?
No, there's a writer creeping on the set.
One of the biggest challenges in the film is about Sean writing music for Amy. So we've got a lot of scenes in the studio where we have a whole band of actors who don't play any musical instruments, who have to sound like they're the real deal.
I'm not by any stretch a good singer, and I didn't play guitar before this job, so learning the guitar and trying to sing has been really daunting for me. But it's coming along. When we had a little play with the band earlier and stuff, and it's like, we might be able to pull this off.
So that's going to be a challenge because that's something that I really, really don't want to get wrong. I want people to watch the film and think that the band play.
I've heard the music and I've heard Sean singing.
I sit and I wonder what to do next. The love of my life made wood hanging over my chest.
His voice just fits perfectly. He's got the kind of like huskiness about it, but he's also kind of delivered a kind of broken kind of need and want.
Life, it is different. Love still is strong. I can lift with my arms, but I'm dizzy and I'm stumbling along.
A lot of musicians are attracted to here, you know, and it's the film is very close on sort of a real life sort of singer-songwriters, you know, trying to struggling with a band.
Yeah, it's very much got the West of Ireland feel and the singer-songwriter kind of thing. I think the Irish do that very well, actually.
Jim lives down the road, down in Bell Harbour from where I stay, and Alton, the other direction, only a few miles. And the combination of their music gave the sound of the band.
Oh, I miss you now that you really go.
The songs have kept their integrity, you know, and the message in all the songs basically is it's about love, you know, and I think that, you know, these songs, they've got love not just only in the lyrics, but they've also kept it in the melodies, you know, and I think it's you know, the song has a lot of sort of highs and lows in the film, and I think it's nicely balanced out, you know.
Sometimes yourself is all that's left to blame. You're back against the wall, invisible man. Demons from before creep up like old moons, picking up the pieces for days. Oh, I'm the greatest, best thing gets to fall. I'm the greatest, best thing gets to fall. Pushing love away, testing too much.
Galway's got a quite an eclectic music scene. It's not all folk, it's not all rock and roll, it's all a big mix. And I think we've reflected that in the film. There's a big mix of music.
I'm the greatest, best thing gets to fall.
We were trying to work out whether we were going to cast a bunch of actors to be the famous band, or then we were thinking about lots of different bands, and we were toing and froing, and we did auditions with people, and we didn't know quite what was going to happen. And then, like with so many things in this film, by chance Fiona met Alabama 3, who are absolutely fantastic.
I met them randomly and literally thought that's exactly what I'm looking for the film, and they played themselves really, you know, they were absolutely brilliant.
Basically, we're just playing ourselves.
Once again, typecast, Mr. Reynolds.
Yeah, basically.
We were shocked in the sense we come in and we could actually do something a bit like Fellini or something like that. No, it's typecast as drug-crazed alcoholic musicians. Oh, Sean, how you doing, bub, right?
Yeah, I'm how you doing?
Mash up, innit?
Yeah, that's good to know.
The state of that.
That's my best man.
He's rotten.
Do you have a missus or a wife?
Yeah, I got a sweetheart, right?
Yeah, you
She's
do.
a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It's all about commitment.
Yeah.
What goes on tour stays on tour, motherfucker.
We wanted to make it as authentic as possible, particularly Sean's character. He had to be believably from Galway, understand music, be able to sing, and really make us feel that that was the character as much as possible and that he'd lived that life. And I think that Sean Maguire fits that very, very well.
I don't think I've ever really played a character that feels so close to my own heart, and I really kind of relate to how he feels about his girl and how he feels about his bandmates, and it's sort of very similar making this movie. It's almost a metaphor for, you know, how we all feel about each other, you know, directors Conrad and Fiona, the writer producer, and Ford, who's playing Sled the drummer but is also producing. There's a lot of real love between us all, at least that's how I feel. I can't really speak for the others, but and it seems to be directly paralleled with the way that the band are.
Here you go, sir.
You know what, you keep hold of it. Come here, man. Oh, thank you, Pat. Superstar. Thanks. Nice one.
All right, lads, listen, I got a chip off, but I'll catch you all for a pint later. So, okay.
I'm very much looking forward to work with Sean. I was kind of nervous meeting him because I thought, gosh, you know, when you read the script, you know, it's so clear that this is the love of your life, you know. And I was kind of nervous meeting him, but when I did, he was a lovely guy, and when we did our scenes together, I just knew that there was a chemistry and it's going to work. And the more time that we did rehearsals, the more exciting it was going to be. So I'm very much looking forward to do the scene now because I think it's going to work. I think there's a spark, a good chemistry.
Marry me, but let's not wait till the morning time, 'cause by then it could be too late. Now it's playing on my mind like a drum and it's keeping time. Oh, sweet time.
The stuff with Amy is so sweet because she's a terrific actress and she's so natural and such a sweet girl, and it feels like there's very little acting required. Everything feels very natural, and I really enjoy the romantic scenes with her because they feel very heartfelt and real, but I really love the juxtaposition of the comedy with the guys.
7 letters hanging in the garden. Babylon. Father's sister, ending UNT. That's easy.
It's Aunt Rory.
No, my mother always said my father's sister was a...
Your father's sister is your aunt.
Oh, so she is. Of course. Hardly put that in the crossword, would they?
No, they wouldn't.
The crossword clue for that would be a coarse definition of the female genitalia.
Or simply, Declan.
We had a lot of fun casting in general, but Rory was very easy to find. He kind of came to us almost straight away. He was one of the first auditions we looked at, and we just thought he fitted it perfectly. Ford Kiernan, who plays Sled, also, perfect for the role. And Ross took longer to find, and when he walked into the audition, within about 2 seconds, come out, and I knew that he could play Declan pretty convincingly.
Declan Kelly, a complete narcissist, very, very selfish. Won't do anything that doesn't benefit him. Feels that he's already made it, really, in this band. They're just on the cusp of turning into U2, pretty much, and he just loves every minute of it.
Imagine me in Alabama 3, they came to our gig.
They just come in for a drink.
Larry Love knows who we are. I mean, he might want me to join his band, but what's a world circuit offer that we're already not doing? We are hellraisers, we're in the public eye, we are legends of our time.
Declan, would you shut the fuck up? If we don't get that wedding, I won't be marrying Amy.
Lads, this is my fault, right? I'm best man. It's up to me to put it right. I just need to come up with a plan.
Well, Rory,
Nothing.
I play Rory, the lead guitarist of the band, who is arguably the most talented one. I'm a whiz on the guitar, and apparently I'm a really good producer as well. I know a little bit about sound mixing and volume control and stuff like that,
Not really doing anything here, this isn't even plugged in. It's all smoke and mirrors. Mainly smoke for me and mirrors for Declan. But I look convincing, don't I?
I'd originally been asked to play James Cosmo's part, but when I got here, Fiona said, "What about Sled? Do you fancy Sled?" And I did. Once I'd read him, he's the drummer. He drinks a little too much, and he's been everywhere and done everything. So I don't know why she thinks I'm the right person for that, but I'll give it a go.
The master came round, pulled her panties right down, and spanked her bare ass with a ruler.
Fucking love limericks! Oh, fuck the limericks. Let's fucking hit limerick. Hit limerick. Now. Come on.
Yeah! Limerick! Come on!
The cast that we have is just phenomenal. I think we've got a lot of unknown talent, so I wouldn't even say unknown actors, it's unknown talent, because they are very, very talented, and that's very clear from the rehearsals. But yeah, they're great. They're all gelling together very, very well.
It feels like there's a lot of kismet on this job, and it feels like the film we're trying to make is a bit like the boys trying to make this album. We're up against it, but there's so much love going into it. You just think, well, whatever happens, we know that our intention is good, and we just hope that the final product sort of shows that.